Coach Thunder Ridge High School, doing a pregame interview, first of our kind. So this is new. TJ did spend some time with us on our last Titan Cast. It was lovely to have you on, Coach. But it's your time tonight. It's your game tonight. Thunder Ridge boys hosting Rigby, big home matchup. Tell us about the game. What's the game plan?
Yes, before I start, it was a lot of fun doing the broadcast with you on Sport the Bell, so enjoyed myself. Thank you for having me on. Yes, finally back at home with the Warriors. I think our last quote-unquote home game minus tournament play was December 16th against Monticello. So we have had a heck of a road run, but we did well. We only lost one game on the road. Lost one conference game. That was 2 days ago, and now we're back in conference play against Rigby, which they have not won a game. They're always a threat. They have not won a game in conference, I should say.
Well, let's pause talking about Rigby a little second here. Let's talk about that last road game. You know, I talked off the radio here that got a tough loss, and we both knew it was going to be barn burning. You had been in our mouths. We talked several times. We knew this was going to be a fist fight. Two good teams, the two top teams in the conference right now. At Highland's never an easy place to play. The game, you can describe how it went down, but ultimately just a pretty tough break, and going to be some things our boys to rebound from. Tell us about the Highland game.
Yeah, we were expecting a 12-round fight, and we got it. And we played well. Just last 2 minutes, we had some errors that cost us. They hit some big shots. They came away victorious in the last second buzzer beater. But
let's be honest, the last second buzzer beater was from the dead corner in front of the bunch, falling out of bounds with 0.3 seconds on the clock. I'm in my hotel room in Boise, and I'm watching the game. I'm screaming, yelling, shouting, cheering, screaming, happy cheers, so loud that my next door neighbor next to me banged on the rails, and then the shot went in, and my reaction changed quickly.
Yeah, it was a tough shot, man. I mean, he first field goal of the game, but I mean, got a good look at it, and we defended just how we wanted. It was a 2-point game, so we wanted to take away under the basket. We put big James Nelson in under the basket, 7-footer, trying to disrupt anything, and I think we took away option 1 and 2, and then option 3 was a fadeaway in the corner, which they nailed.
Yeah, pretty exciting time for Highland, not so much for Thunder Ridge, but congrats to Highland. That was a heck of a game, a heck of a shot. I mean, you just got to credit where credit's due when they get it. So tough break for Thunder Ridge. You'll see Highland down the stretch again here in a couple weeks. Let's talk about your guys so far this year. I mean, some new players are really standing out and been playing some really good basketball right now. Go ahead and talk about some of your guys who are jumping off the page for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Seniors Cam Bateman and Deegan Brantz are having nice years. Just so consistent. Cam scoring as our leading scorer right now. Deegan is our leading rebounder as a 6'2" guard with some big kids down there. So big props to Deegan. And McKay is a second-year starter in the free throw line, shooting 83% from the free throw line, just knocked down. And then Kenyon Wright, our sophomore point guard, is not playing like sophomore, playing excellent. Hitting big shots, not defensively beating up everybody, and then our big man Max Mikulin. I always struggle with that one. In the middle, averaging about 6.1 rebounds a game, so rebounding the heck out of it. Does a great job cleaning up the glass, and our bench production's been excellent. So
it's really easy to talk well about your senior leaders, and you expect it comes to that question. You expect Deegan and Camden to stand out, and they have. To me, let me an opportunity to talk a little bit about Kenyon, who I think has been kind of the glue that's been behind the team a little bit. I see him as being fearless. I'd love to hear you talk more about Kenyon.
Yeah, absolutely. Kenyon got the starting position as a sophomore, and never once have I thought, oh, there's a sophomore out there. So he's really he does basketball all the time. He's a purist. Plays a lot of basketball, a lot of AAU, just loves basketball, and you can see it. He's the kid that watches the most film. He's the kid that knows the scores of everybody, and he just loves basketball, and that's really fun to have him, that invested. But plays really well, not scared of anybody. Kind of the barking dog, and everybody can get behind. And kind of brings that level of toughness that's great on the front line of the position.
Let's talk about some of your bigs. You got some good production on your bigs. You got James Nelson back on the lineup, who just came back off an injury. Talk about how you're playing down to the keyhole at this point with having two guys rotate around, 2.5, 3 guys. You got Maddox who starts, you got James comes in, you got Drew Crystal who plays a lot in the paint. I mean, tough to win the big guys too.
Yeah, absolutely. Maddox has had a really nice year. I mean, first year he made a team was in 9th grade technically, and so this is year 3, and he's still learning technical issues of the game, but he's really fun to coach because he takes everything and runs with it, and he's strong as an ox, and he's just always getting better. James is fresh back from a knee injury. We're working him back in, but he's going to get better and better. And then Drew has been a nice multi-position player to bring in, and he can kind of help us at the guard position, and then also the big man. And he's just a physical specimen in the sense of football kid first, but brings out other level of toughness down what we need.
Love seeing the additional toughness this year. So we've talked about a bunch of guys this season so far. You guys are sitting on, I guess 12-3 now. So
11-3.
11-3 now. Okay, 11-3 now with just one conference loss. Conference standings right now have Highland on the 1 seed by virtue of the game the other night. You guys are in 2, and the conference way down is really kind of it's shaken down from there because Canyons, Madison, and Rigby. This conference is certainly not sealed up with 7 games left to play for most teams, 6 in some. A lot of basketball left to play. How do you see yourself shaking things out?
Yeah, currently in the 2 seed, but we do play Highland again. Well, we got second leg, I call it, of all the conference teams. Rigby is a nice team, and they're currently sitting at 0-4 in the conference. So there's no easy rollover games, which is great for us. Just makes us better, and that's not what you want late in the season. So yeah, just tough conference, top to bottom, and you can't really overlook anybody any night.
You mentioned Rigby, the Rigby Trojans up the road, 50 miles up the road. You've already seen them once. We've seen them a second time. So you mentioned we're on the bottom half of the conference schedule. You have been road warriors. All of these games have been on the road. You now see all of these conference opponents a second time at home in a 6-game road stretch to finish the season. 1 road game in there, so 6-game home stretch, with 1 road game at Pocatello in the mix there. 7 games, 6 of them was at home. Let's talk about Rigby and the game plan tonight. What do you expect to see? What have you seen on film? What's the game plan tonight? Talking for your boys, and what are you working through?
So yeah, Rigby does a nice job with their big man in the middle, Weston Walker. A lot of stuff runs through him. He's very deceptive when he gets in the key. Plays really well off his pivot foot. And then he likes to kick it out to Seth Bradley, number 21. I think they're cousins, who's a nice knockdown shooter. They have some nice pieces that they've been rotating in. One kid, I can't remember his name, but he came back in from an ankle injury. He's now back in the lineup. So you never can overlook them. Jones does a good job just keeping everybody playing tough and in their system. A little bit of backcourt pressure. So we're just going to try to do a good job on Weston, take away outside shooters, try to transition.
So Trent and I always talk about what we believe are keys to the game, offensively and defensively. We try to get 3 if we can for Thunder Ridge to be successful. We try to project what we think Rigby's have to do to stop Thunder Ridge as well. Take that luxury away from us today. You tell us, what are the keys to the game? 3 keys offensively and defensively for Thunder Ridge to secure a win.
Sure. Offensively, we got to get used to playing at home again, as weird as it sounds. No, I think if we shoot the ball from the perimeter really well, if we can get downhill, get in the paint, kick out, knock down open shots, I think that's the biggest thing. Offensively, rebounding, we have to keep them off the boards. That was one thing that kills with Highland. They had 9 offensive rebounds fourth quarter that really stung us. So I think our rebounding will be good. I think we'll keep them to 1 shot. It's kind of our goal. I'm kind of jumping all over the place, offense and defense. But the other thing is transition. I think we're athletic enough. We can get the ball up the sidelines and attack the rim. I think we can get some easy buckets.
If you're Coach Jones and you've got to stop Thunder Ridge, I mean, it's at least the first half of the season, I think the secret's out. I think teams kind of know what each other have at this point. You're Coach Jones. He's seen you before. What do you got to do to stop Thunder Ridge Titans?
Get Jim Colson kicked out, which isn't hard.
Some good inside jokes there.
I would say for Coach Jones, we're a hard matchup just because of our length. So however he needs to match up with us defensively, if it's a zone, if it's going big, that would probably be what he's looking at, because we are a hard matchup. You can usually say so-and-so is going to guard so-and-so, and it's tough to know who to guard with our lineup.
Real good. Looking forward to an exciting game. one more game Trent and I play with each other is first team to X amount of points wins the game. What's the number tonight?
Ooh, let's go weird one. 57.
First team to 57. You hear it, Coach. First team to 57 wins the game tonight. Okay, we're going to put that on the notes. That's going to be on the keys. TJ, always great to have you here. People don't realize how much fun Coach Train is to just socialize with. We have me sitting in my office right now in a quiet environment, which we've spent plenty of time in here just goofing around and having fun with each other. So sure love having you here. Thanks for doing this for us. I didn't love doing this as a head coach, but I get it, and it's part of the game, and we sure love doing this and having you on. So thanks for having us on. Having you on.
It's great. Thank you.
All right, we're off. Let's back to the
Okay, back here at Thunder Ridge on the live broadcast. Appreciate Coach Train doing that pregame interview with us this afternoon in Travis's office, and good to hear from him and good to hear what the keys of the game are. So, Travis, just hit real quick on real quick on TJ's pregame and his keys to the game, and you know what, for those our cast there.
Yeah,
a little tricky with what we're trying to do, so I'm not sure how much our viewers were able to hear, but just kind of hit on what Coach Train said are keys to the game for us and what we need to do to stop Rigby.
Yeah, again, we keep working through some of these digital kinks as we're learning them, and we'll get through it. Hey, eventually, we're going to have a quasi-professional production one of these days.
One of these days.
It might be next year, but we might get there.
When we get some time, maybe.
Time.
What's that?
You're hilarious. Coach Train, great conversation with him. He, which may or may not have heard clearly on the broadcast, is how much fun it is. Just sit in the office and just jaw with the guy. He's funny.
He is.
It's a bit of a dry sense of humor, but he's a funny guy. If you didn't hear Coach Train, get a chance to listen to him, be on the broadcast of the Titan Cast with us or the girls game a couple games ago. It was fun to have him. He's got some great insights. Really is an intelligent coach.
Been around the game a long time.
Been around the game. Got a staff that's been around the game a long time. I bet you they've got 150 combined years of coaching on that bench right now.
You're right.
And that's pretty neat to have. His keys to the game, though, as he went through them, and again, he admitted that he bounced around a little bit on offense to defense and back and forth. But his biggest thing offensively was we've got to find a way to get to the paint. You know, our strength is our ability to dribble penetrate as part of the offense, is a focal point of the offense. And what that does, as we talk through it, it's not just the length inside the paint that is the advantage for us. It's the fact that once we get into the paint, the defense collapses. And really, our best shooting is at the perimeter.
Yes.
We know that we talked about Deegan being a heck of a shooter, leading the team in points right now, and Kenyon Wright being a knockdown three ball just about anywhere he wants to go. Cam can shoot just about anywhere on the floor. You get some of our guys off the bench, getting production off the bench. That's their strength too. And so getting the ball in the paint, if it doesn't open up the layup or the easy bucket or some sort of a low-risk shot, the collapsing of the defense gets the offensive look on those kick three balls, those kick shots. So
yeah, for sure. One thing you also hit on there too was what I took out of it was who you going to guard. Well, and you know, if you key in on one, even two guys with Thunder Ridge, you've got a couple other guys that are pretty deadly, and so it's kind of if you're the opposing team, you're looking at it going, okay, which one do I guard tonight, and which one do I got to take a little bit of a bet on which one's going to have a hot night. Maybe look at your stats a little bit and see where that leads you. But you know, any given game, you could go to Kenyon, you could go to McKay, you could go to Camden, you could go to Deegan, down low to Maddox. You know, a couple guys off the bench can get hot. So it could happen.
Well, he dropped a stat on me that I didn't realize. I hadn't studied the numbers enough to understand it. But Deegan Branch is the team leading rebounder, and most of his rebounds are on the offensive end of the floor.
As a shooting guard.
As a shooting guard, a 6'2" shooting guard.
And what we see out of Deegan is Deegan can jump out of the gym.
For sure.
Deegan has a vertical that probably is unmatched for his height. You don't see many 6'2" guys that can get up and put their palm at the top of the square on the backboard. So just with Deegan's vertical, that really helps. It really almost puts him at a 6'5", 6'6" person going up for a rebound.
Yeah, it was an interesting conversation, and I think you bring up the point that TJ was trying to make, and that just size and length alone, we're a matchup nightmare for most teams.
Yeah.
You're right. Who do you defend? I mean, you're at that point, you're picking your poison a little bit. And I think that's an awesome advantage to have. It's something that at Thunder we really haven't had that. We've had a good, big, long kid or an athletic kid here or there. I think back to the Taylor Johnson days and a couple of real studs we've had going through the years that I've been here. We haven't had 5 on the floor, though.
Yep.
So,
Not a full squad of long, tall athleticism, and it's fun to watch that this year because it's finally coming. Those of you who are joining us, our team, our boys basketball team is coming off their first trip to the state tournament, and have that confidence going into this season has really shown. They haven't been perfect, lost a few games, and that's okay. Still learning. It's high school basketball, and but they're playing with confidence, and they know that they can come in and win any given night.
Other keys to the game on the offense, he again talked about their athleticism, their length. He talked about their transition offense and the ability to stretch the floor in a really quick pace. We've been talking about the transition offense of our boys for some time, and it's been a strength of the game. It's really made teams have to play back and play a little bit passive-aggressive defense just to be able to defend the full floor, which again complicates defending us, which is a nice problem to have for us. Officials come by and saying hello. Hey, good boys.
Welcome the officials here tonight. Appreciate all they do.
On the defensive end on the floor, he talked several times in several different ways about rebounding, and he talked as we were digesting the Highland loss on Tuesday. Really, he credited it to giving up several offensive rebounds. I
think he quoted 9 offensive rebounds for Highland in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter alone, the number was quite a bit higher than that total, but in the fourth quarter alone, it was 9 in the fourth quarter, and of those, I think he said all but 1 rebound ended up scoring points.
Yeah, yep. I was down there, and Highland got way too many second chances in the fourth quarter, and that's really what Highland, gave him a chance to win the game at the end. So I do believe that Coach Train and Coach Colson and the rest of the staff really probably focused on rebounding and boxing out on the defensive end. That was a huge focus in practice yesterday and probably even in pregame today.
It certainly was. The last key we gave us is we got 10 seconds left on the clock before Voice of the Titans. Mike Bueller's going to jump on here and make our background noise a little tough. As I said, they've got to stop the bigs. Rigby's offense and their strengths right now are their bigs. They got at least one really good post with a couple guys that really play ball well, and they're dangerous in the same concept, get in the paint, get the ball to their big, and if he can't get the shot, he's going to find ways to kick it to the shooters that can.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned the word dangerous there, and Weston Walker for Rigby comes to mind for us. When we played him last time, he was a force to be reckoned with, and Rigby, even though they are 0-4 in conference, is still a dangerous team, and you can't go overlooking them just simply because they're 0-4 in conference right now.
Well, we're going to sign off real quick and take a break for the national anthem. We'll be happy to listen in while you can, and we'll be back in just one bit. All right, we're back on. Big shout out to Mr. Eric Skidmore and the Thunder Ridge Pep Band. It sounds awesome as always. Boss, we're right back into it before Mr. Bueller gets into things. A sportsmanship video and a hype video, new hype video today. Have to check it out.
Oh, look at that.
Not yet. This is sportsmanship. Why don't you come through with our starters? I think you got our starters, don't you?
Yeah, you bet. So starting for Rigby, tonight is going to be, of course, number 10, Weston Walker. He's a 6'7" senior. Number 12, Wyatt Fox, is a 6'3" sophomore. Number 15, Miles McDonald, is a 6'2" senior. Number 21, Seth Bradley, is a 6'4" senior. And number 35, Kason Erickson, is a 6-foot junior. Starting for Thunder Ridge tonight will be, just get to my little sheet here. Gotta flip my page over. Starting for Thunder Ridge is going to be number 1, Kenyon Wright. He's a 6'2" sophomore guard. Number 12, Dinga Branson, a 6'2" senior guard. Number 21, McKay Scoresby, is a 6'6" junior forward. 22, Camden Bateman, is a 6'6" senior forward. And 55, Maddox Mickulin, is a 6'6" junior center.
Well, Coach sticking with his lineup he's had for quite a bit. He's been starting this lineup more or less all year.
You know, it's worked 11 times this year.
It has worked. Can you cover this for me? I've got to step off and handle a situation.
You bet. Yeah, Travis got to sign off here real quick. So just getting back here, the starting lineups. We're about 2 minutes away from starting here. Appreciate everybody jumping on. If you didn't get a chance to see the pregame, we had go back and watch that. We had about a 10-minute interview with Coach Train that was done this afternoon that was pre-recorded and then put on. We were able to get it here on the YouTube cast. So good information from Coach Train. He just talked about a few keys of the game. He mentioned how on the defensive side, Thunder Ridge has to box out, go get rebounds, and has got to limit the offensive rebounds that the opponent is trying to get. The other night at Highland, he mentioned that Highland got 9 offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter. Thunder Ridge had an 8-point lead with about 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Ended up not winning that game, and a lot of it had to do with Highland's offensive rebound capabilities and us just not boxing out and giving them way too many opportunities. So got to do that. And then the keys to offensive game plan for us, we got to work on transition buckets, get some steals, and then try to really penetrate down into the paint. Get some easy looks. If those easy looks are not there, we're going to kick back out and make some threes. So got some quite talented athletes here on the floor tonight, and we're excited to watch this game between Rigby and Thunder Ridge. So Rigby currently is 5-8 on the season. They are 0-4 in conference. Don't let that fool you, though. They're still a tough team. Thunder Ridge is 11-3 on the season and 3-1 in conference play. So that loss to Highland put Highland ahead in the conference standings. Thunder Ridge second. Madison goes in at third right now. Canyon Ridge sitting at number 4 with their victory over Rigby, and then Rigby sitting in the 5 spot current standings for the High Country Conference 6A here in East Idaho. So, you expect Thunder Ridge. We haven't had a home game, since just Christmas break, really, and kind of fun to be home and have our home crowd and get some of that energy and get it going for our Titans. And I think our boys will feed off that. I think they're going to enjoy playing at home. I've been practicing here every day, so it's kind of nice to know what your rims look like, know where the lights go, and all those things that go into home court advantage. And here we go.
TJ Toby, December 16th was our last home game.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been over a month, well over a month. We're talking borderline pushing up to 6 weeks.
Jeez.
More cheer stuff.
So ready to go with tip-off here. In the circle is Weston Walker for Rigby and Maddox Mickulin for Thunder Ridge. Just a reminder to all of our viewers, we are not pros here on the simulcast, but we do our best. We kind of mix it up a little bit with talking about the game and doing a little play-by-play. It's not a full play-by-play or, that kind of a thing, but we kind of do the best we can and see how it goes. So tip goes to Rigby, number 12, Wyatt Fox. Rigby's got the first possession here.
Yeah, just a reminder, we steal the inspiration for this from the Manning cast on Monday Night Football, and we're not play-by-play guys, so we're not going to try.
Yeah.
But number 10, Weston Walker, with a quick little drill penetration on a spin move there. That's a nifty little spin move there.
Yeah, and that's one thing the Thunder Ridge is going to have to limit. If, keep keep Rigby out of this game. Weston Walker.
Oh, well, that helps. Nice little dang there,
Yeah.
alley-oop from Kenyon to Camden Bateman with a nice first opening game dunk.
Dunk. I love it.
Love the
That'll
dunk.
get your crowd going.
That got our ESPN table. I think are we getting mocked over there, boss?
Turnover there by Rigby, going to be Thunder Ridge basketball. Yeah, I think we are a little bit. You know, we're going down to Highland the other night. We had a few of our students drive down there and watch the game, and the Highland student section had a quote ESPN table there, and I think our students kind of looked at that and said, we want to do the same thing. So they're over there doing that. Three-pointer by McKay Scoresby, no good. Rebound goes to Wyatt Fox.
Fox's ball is headed up on top. We're starting to move the ball around. Coach Jones trying to get a play call called in. Up with the ball is Miles McDonald, a senior, 6'4" senior. Ball dribbled down to Wyatt Fox. Picked up his dribble, pass it out. Back out to Miles McDonald for the score.
Thunder Ridge, I think Coach Train here is going to have to pay attention to the dribble drive for Rigby. Both of their baskets have been easy layups there, beating our defense. So got to kind of watch that, see where that takes us. McKay Scoresby for three. That's good. Thunder Ridge goes ahead 5-4, 6:16 left in the first quarter. Nice shot from McKay. You know, that's one thing that could be a difference for Thunder Ridge. McKay Scoresby hasn't been a big three-point shooter all year, but he did make three the other night against Thailand, and then makes his second one here tonight. And so get McKay going on the three. That might be something other teams got to watch out for.
Miles McDonald, that's a contested layup there, gets his second shot of the game, 4 points total. Deegan Branson into Maddox Mickeyton. Back out to Camden Bateman. We're going to get in the keyhole, in the paint. Key to the game there. Okay, Scoresby dribbling around off to Camden Bateman again. 15-foot elbow shot up and good. It's one of Camden Bateman's favorite shots right there.
And that's really what I like out of Camden is you don't have to put him on the block. Camden can take a couple dribbles, shoot from the free throw line. He's got a really nice, soft, mid-range touch to his ball. So down low to Weston Walker.
Well, the backside help. They're a little late to get over. And again, one of the keys to the game that Coach had talked about in pregame was defending the paint, defending in particular Weston Walker. His kid he called out by name, Kenyon Wright. Long three-ball shot, no good. Rebound attempt, no good as well. The ball never quite caught the iron, so it's going to be Rigby ball. Subbing into the game right now is Kenyon Martin in for Wyatt Fox.
Not to be confused with ex-NBA player Kenyon Martin.
I do believe there's relations to Superintendent Martin in here.
I think so.
Ball up the point, up around to number one, Kenyon Martin. Three-point shot, no good. Little right.
That's what we talked about at the beginning of the game. Deegan Branson up for that rebound. Shooting guard leading the team in rebounds.
I've never had the thought to ask Deegan what his vertical is, but being 6'2" and playing like he's 7 foot,
yeah,
he's got to have a 35
It's so fun to
foot.
watch Deegan get up in the air.
35
Bateman for three, no good.
Maddox Mickey, an
Maddox,
offensive rebound like that, and draws a foul.
We have a foul called on Seth Bradley for Rigby. That's going to be his first and Rigby's first team foul.
So one of the things Coach and I talked about off air, it's not on the broadcast, no one heard it. It's just a matter of the things that he was looking for as far as stats that he would, if he had someone on his bench to track some stats. Good inbound play there. Again, to Bateman picks up his dribble though.
Weston
Turnover.
Walker out of good recovery there. Turnover by Thunder.
Oh, draws a foul from number 15. Miles McDonald does. Going to be on the shot, no shoot, no, on the floor.
Yeah, I think that was on the floor. That's going to be on number one, Kenyon Wright.
One of the things that Coach talked about charting was turnovers. And so I thought I'd just do a little taking some tick marks here. Is turnovers and offensive rebounds. Into that Coffin corner, number 35, Kason Erickson with a three-point shot. Lead right now, Rigby leads 11-7, 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Checking into the lineup is going to be number 11, Jack Hurley, a senior.
Good drive there from Deegan.
Shot up and good from Deegan Branson.
That's one thing Deegan can do too, is he can get up in the air and get to the rim.
A little slower pace that I remember from the last time we were at Rigby. It seemed like everybody's put their hair on fire last time.
Checking in for Rigby's going to be number 11, Jack Hurley. And in for Thunder Ridge, number 2, Corbin Leishman. Going to be Thunder Ridge basketball out of bounds. Score now, Rigby 11, Thunder Ridge 9, just halfway at the halfway point of the first quarter. Case Scoresby brings the ball up, top of the key here.
Corbin Leishman, ball in hand, getting up into Camden Bateman at the arc. Nice reverse spin, shot up, no good, a little long. Camden wanted the foul, but no time to complain about it and to get back on defense with Rigby pushing transition pace.
Weston Walker right to the board there.
That's Weston Walker's 6th point in the first 5 minutes of the game.
We're going to have to really make an adjustment here with Weston. He's doing what he wants to right now.
Good insert into Camden Bateman from McKay Scoresby.
Good strong move there from Camden, excuse me. Nice assist there from McKay.
Cut the deficit from 4 down to 2. Going to draw a foul on Cam Bateman, his first.
You know, one thing when we played Rigby last time is Camden Bateman got into foul trouble real early, and I'm not trying to, jinx anything here, but Camden's got to stay out of foul trouble and really pay attention to where he's at foul-wise. Number 10, Weston Walker at the line. He makes his first shot. In for Rigby is going to be 35, Kason Erickson, and number 14, Jacob Love. Jacob Love is a 5'10", sophomore.
Well, the student section is beginning to fill up and make some noise.
You gotta love seeing a big student section for Thunder Ridge here.
It's what between a band and a big student section. It's what makes high school basketball so much fun.
Yeah. Walker makes both shots there, 15-11 in favor of Rigby.
Some scrappy defense on the end of Rigby here. Moving the ball back up around Kenyon Wright, getting a look inside the rack, and going to draw a foul there on the ground.
It's going to be on number 11, Jack Hurley. That's going to be his first personal.
Second team foul. Ball into Cam Bateman. Getting right to the rack. Going to draw a foul. It's going to be on the floor, or is it shooting?
I think that's going to be on the floor.
It's also on Jack Hurley. His second, draws 2 fouls in under 10 seconds.
That's going to pull Jack out of the game there. Checking back in is Seth Bradley. So team fouls. Rigby's at 3, Thunder Ridge is at 2.
Got a mismatch on the guard there. It looked like Kenyon wanted to have that match, but they switched out pretty quick with their big on our small. Good look from Corbin Leishman, but just a bit outside. Going to be a turnover, Thunder Ridge. Ball's going to be in Rigby's hands. 15-11, Rigby leads. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Ball getting brought across the timeline by Jacob Love, who just checked into the lineup. One of the things we talked about on the pregame show with Coach Trent.
Weston Walker hit a 3 there.
That's going to bring him to an 11 points in the first quarter so far. 11 points.
I don't think he's missed.
Another foul.
Going to be on 35, Kason Erickson. Checking in for Thunder Ridge is going to be number 5, Drew Crystal. Drew's first appearance. Drew is he's a junior and 6'1".
You know, Coach Train talked a lot about him in the pregame show as well. He's talked about a lot of bench production and talked a lot about Drew and Corbin in particular. Had real good things to say about Drew and just the toughness it brings to the floor. Going to call another foul.
It's going to be 5 team fouls there.
Right, 35 in the bonus. Kason Erickson with his second team foul.
So you got a couple guys for Rigby here picking up 2 fouls in the first quarter. I don't think that's what Coach Jones had envisioned. Going to put Deegan Branson at the line for 2 shots, bonus shots here.
Sub him in, then sub him out. Looks like we had typically officials like to bring him in on a shooting 2 situation after the first shot's made or missed. But Deegan's not going to miss.
Deegan up and good for his first shot.
Wyatt Fox checking back into the lineup for Kason Erickson, who drew a second personal foul. 5 team fouls, Rigby 2 for Thunder Ridge. Deegan Branson shooting a second shot up and good. 13-18, 18-13, Rigby's advantage, 137. Coach Jones telling his teams to slow down and running 41. But a foul going to be called on McKay Scoresby. This is going to be his first, team foul 3.
Officials playing a little tight here, which going both teams, but playing a little tight. I think they saw the game just get a little bit physical and want to take just a little bit of control there. So
good rebound there from Kenyon Wright, or good block out, excuse me, that paved the way for McKay Scoresby to get a nice rebound. Pushed out of bounds. Kenyon's going to shoot a 3-ball here, up and good. Rattle around.
Good shot for Kenyon there.
I think that touched every piece of the rim.
Yeah, he had to get that over 6'6" Weston Walker there, closing out on him, but got it in the basket. Nice shot from Kenyon.
2-point deficit now. Rigby up 18-16. Nice ball is what happens again. Kind of we're talking about on the offensive end, where we're going to want to get the ball in the paint. Rigby getting the ball into Weston Walker. Defense collapsed, which gave an opportunity to dish it off to Seth Bradley for an easy layup, nearly uncontested. Kenyon Wright working his way around, trying to find a lane to get in there. Corbin Leishman taking a screen of McKay Scoresby, dribbling to the baseline, up back over to McKay Scoresby, shot up and
good from McKay.
Oh.
Nice shot.
Nice
from
shot,
McKay.
McKay. A long 3-ball there, almost the Titans logo.
20-19 Rigby. Just the end of the first quarter here. 20 seconds left. Appears as though Rigby's going to try to go for the last shot here.
What at one point was a 7-point deficit. Rigby's going to look with 13 seconds left to get one last shot up.
Good last 2 minutes for Thunder Ridge. They really want to try to not get a basket for Rigby here. Just shut them down.
Corbin Leishman on the baseline defense there, stopping it. Going to stop it. And shots up, no good.
Good defensive stand there for Thunder Ridge to end the first quarter. So end of the first quarter brings us to 2019 Rigby. One thing I'll say here, Coach, is I do not think Coach Train wants to see Rigby make 20 points in it each quarter. That's something that he's going to be talking about right here in the huddle.
And certainly not allowing their big, who was a key to the game, to come up with 11 points. That's going to be a tough one for Coach Swall. I guarantee he's going to be talking about that one here real quick. Let's take a second here, Boston. Let's go ahead and take a break and hear from one of our sponsors, Idaho Central Credit Union.
Yep.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
And we're back. Thank you, Idaho Central Credit Union, one of our key Thunder Ridge High School athletics sponsors. Also has a branch in our building.
Yeah, love having those guys around. It's been good for our students.
It really, well, it's been good for our students, and
you know that.
I'll take a selfish stab. My daughter was able to get an internship with Idaho Central Credit Union. Works for them full time now. Been nice to see her in school, give her something to do.
It's a great pathway to lead kids into the banking industry or even the financial industry. Working through our career technical education program, and those classes are just hugely beneficial for our students. McKay Scoresby driving down in the paint.
Nice shot.
Turnaround floater goes in for McKay.
I think it's the first lead of the game for Thunder Ridge.
Yeah. You don't want to see Rigby scoring 20 points a quarter, but I will say I do think Thunder Ridge recovered and made a nice comeback that last 2 minutes.
We've talked several times on this Titan cast at least that we haven't been really a hot starting team all the time. It's kind of hit and miss. Nice. Oh, drew some contact. I think McKay wanted a foul, but stumbled over the feet a little bit and got called for a travel. And good to subbed out here. Camden Bateman, nope. Oh, he's going to stay.
Drew Crystal coming in for Rigby. It's going to be Weston Walker and Kenyon Martin back in the game.
Real athletic play there. I think that's one of those things where it just kind of incidental contact that just, you look for it to get your way, but it just didn't happen that time.
Yep. But you like the aggressiveness going to the hole.
Well, again, that was the coach's key to the game, of getting to the paint and really driving the offense through the black paint down here and making it work for us. It's a first good – we've been seeing a lot of that look trying to get into the paint, and it's been pretty effective for us.
Kenyon Martin up and good with a three-pointer there. Brings it to 23-21 in favor of Rigby.
And his first points of the game was a three-pointer from right in front of our bench.
And what led to that was an offensive rebound. We gotta limit that.
It's actually their third offensive rebound of the game so far. 2 in the first quarter, the first, the second. I'm going to draw a foul. Wow.
It's going to be on number 12, Wyatt Fox for Rigby.
First penalty by my count, and it sure is.
Checking in for Thunder Ridge is going to be number 0, Garrett Stenquist. Haven't seen a lot of Garrett this season, but we know Garrett can play.
Garrett's a long, athletic young man. He's a junior. He's long arms, long legs. And he really can't scoot and move. This is one of those things where you talk about you got a team of really long guys.
And Garrett's a good shooter.
He had a real successful year last year. Camden Bateman
up and through. That's a good looking shot.
That was nice. That was real nice. Cam Bateman from a double contested 3-ball. Just up and good. That's not his strength. Seems to me that when he elevates in his shot and has time to, because between his height, his length, and his ability to jump off the floor, Maddox Mickey going to draw a pushing foul on the baseline there. But Camden, when he can elevate, there's really no one else between size and length and elevation who can really contest his shots.
Agreed. Yep. And he gets his legs under him with that shot too, and it just really helps the form go, and just a good looking shot from Camden.
Number 10, Weston Walker looked for that turnaround jumper, realized late he couldn't get it, threw it out to a 3-ball shot that was long, no good. Rebound Thunder Ridge, and we're back on offense. Deegan Branson, a great dribble take there, and going to draw a foul or an out of bounds, just an out of bounds.
Yep, he called out of bounds there, but that's what you want to see out of Deegan. I believe Deegan can take anybody to the hole anytime that he wants to, and I love that aggressive move from Deegan.
Shoe tying issue. Oh, we're getting tussled up.
I don't think there's any harm there. I think just two guys having fun. Kind of get up smiling a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think they realized the play wasn't in going on yet.
Yeah, I don't think they realized that Garrett was still.
Up top to Kenyon, over to Camden, top of the key. Out of bounds on Thunder Ridge. So if you're jumping on here, we're trying to do simulcast with YouTube, and we're not pros at this, but we're trying hard. So out of bounds on Thunder Ridge there. Rigby's got the possession. Good defense there from Kenyon Wright. Knocked that ball away.
It's like Coach Jones was trying to communicate with the officials. He would prefer a foul call there. Dribble penetration look from Miles McDonald. Looked like it got in, got defended, had to pull out, took a turnaround jumper, missed it. Quick back on offense. McKay with another long 3-ball. No good this time. Offensive rebound. Maddox Mickey to Garrett Stenquist up and good.
Nice move there from Garrett. Saw the opening, went right to the hole. Nice floater up and in for Garrett. Good to see Garrett get some points there.
That's our first offensive rebound of the second quarter, bringing a 3 to the game. 2 in the first quarter, 1 in the second, matching Rigby's offensive rebounds.
So score is 26-23, favor of Thunder Ridge. Halfway through the second quarter. Getting ready to check in is going to be number 13 for Thunder Ridge, James Nelson, and back in is Deegan Branson. I forgot, or I didn't see who that called that out. So that foul's going to go on Cam Bateman. That's going to be his second foul, second team foul of the quarter. So Cam's got to be careful.
Long 3-ball from Seth Bradley, short off the iron. Good rebound there
from Garrett. I'd like to see Garrett go get that ball. I love it. Good strong move from McKay Scoresby there. Didn't fall.
Weston Walker with a rebound through traffic and goes coast to coast. Drops the points and draws the foul. Foul's going to be on Deegan Branson, his first. Team foul 3. Checking back up the lineup for Rigby is Jack Hurley.
You saw Weston take it through about 3 guys there.
Jack Hurley.
We got to be better on defense on that one.
Jack Hurley and Jacob Love checking in for Rigby. I see Officer Downey and Strider sighting over there.
Those of you that don't know, we have a canine therapy dog that comes through Bonneville County Sheriff's Department through our school resource officer, and Strider gets to come hang out at Thunder Ridge and make kids happy. Love having him.
It's really fun. He's my 3rd favorite dog. But I just got barked at earlier. Oh, nice pick steal
from Kenyon
Wright. Draws a foul. The foul's going to go to number 14, Jacob Love. Going to be his first.
That's a good defensive play for Kenyon there.
It was great.
Quick hands.
Coach Jones here is really wanting a foul call on the pickpocket. I can overhear things and not very enthused about the lack of call there. I thought it was honestly just a great pickpocket from Kenyon.
I agree with you. Going to put Kenyon at the line for 2 shots here.
I think we've proven that we're not quite as biased and homers as we could be, but try to stay fair on this Titan cast.
I agree.
That was just a heck of a play.
Kenyon misses his first shot there. So 26-26 Thunder, or excuse me, 26-26 tie game, 3.5 left. Kenyon will get a second shot here.
Kenyon Wright staring on the barrel of 3 points on the game so far. Still 3 points.
Good rebound there for
with
Deegan.
the offensive rebound through traffic, falling, gets it over to Kenyon Wright. Back up on top, moving around. Shot, long shot from Kenyon Wright. No good, long right. Out of bounds, going to be Rigby basketball.
So just got a text here. We got a viewer out in Minnesota.
What?
Travis. Going to give a shout out to Mark Branson. He is Deegan Branson's uncle, watching from Minnesota. So glad to have him on. I know he's we got a lot of family members that are out of town that want to watch our team play.
Slick moves there from the Rigby offense. An offensive rebound credited to number 11, Jack Hurley. That's their 4th on the game. Got it back over to Weston Walker. Missed a shot, but does draw the foul. Foul called on.
That's going to be Deegan's second.
Deegan's second. Yeah, it sure is.
Well, Weston up and good with that first shot. Coming in for Thunder Ridge is going to be Corbin Leishman, and in for Rigby's number 4, Stuart Fielding. And then I missed that other one. I want to say that it's Kaysen Erickson back in the game. So
27-26.
Walker no
Rigby
good on
leads.
his second shot, 1 for 2 there. Rigby's got the lead by 1.
3 minutes left. Foul counts even on the game, 6-6. In the second quarter, though, Thunder Ridge 4 team fouls. Rigby 2. Ball getting inserted into McKay. Kick 3 ball out to McKay.
Garrett
Stenquist with a big 3 ball. Garrett Stenquist.
We talked about him being a good shooter.
He knew that ball was good the minute it left his fingertips.
And I think that's good for Garrett to see that ball go in.
Real nifty move there from number 10, Weston Walker. His
17 for Walker here in the first half.
Some backcourt pressure from Rigby. Gets the ball with time under Garrett. Up over to Kenyon Wright. Look at he shot that he wanted it. Corbin Leishman going to take the shot. Rebound. James Nelson with a hold. He's going to get called. Rigby's going to get called on a hold. I saw it too. Number 4, Stuart Fielding is going to draw his first foul. James a 7 foot, a legitimate 7 foot high school sophomore, the 15-year-old 7-footer, had that ball dead to rights, and before much could happen, he got held. His right hand got held,
and you couldn't tell he was getting held. So he's so tall.
Yep. Garrett Stenquist's ball deflected on the inbound pass. Ball taken shot by number 35, Kaysen Erickson, and a foul drawing Corbin Leishman to draw his first foul. It's gonna put Rigby in the bonus for the remainder of the quarter. Not something I really wanted to see. That's something that Coach and I didn't talk about necessarily. But it has been a bit of a challenge for us, our foul trouble throughout some of our early conference games.
Yep, 35, Kaysen Erickson at the line. He got 2 shots, missed his first one, 29-29. About 2 minutes left here before halftime. Erickson will get another shot here. And misses his second.
It'll be a held ball situation. Possession to Rigby.
You kind of consider that an offensive rebound a little bit from Rigby.
I think
there.
we do need to chart that as an orb. He really had possession. It was McKay Scoresby who jumped in and locked that up to draw the held ball. A little late on the help side defense there. Didn't quite get it. Going to be a foul on the floor, probably on Maddox. On Kenyon Wright.
Going to be on Kenyon. I think that's Kenyon's third. Second. So 3 Thunder Ridge starters with 2 fouls before halftime. It's going to put Jack Hurley at the line for 2 shots.
And Kenyon didn't care for that call. Either explaining to coaches that I didn't touch the guy.
Checking in for the first time tonight for Thunder Ridge, 24, Ethan Carlson.
Checking in for
Ethan
10
can
tonight.
shoot too.
Ethan's a shooter. You watch Ethan off ball if you get a chance. Is going to give you the nugget to fill you in there. Second shot from number 11, Jack Hurley, goes in. Watch Ethan off ball. He's a hustler. The guy doesn't sit still very long.
Rigby takes the lead by 1 there.
My mom would tell you that Ethan's got ants in his pants. But good pick and roll there. Up and good. Maddox, nice
Finds the
look.
ball on the floor.
That's
goes up with
fantastic.
it.
Great pick and roll. Ethan to Garrett Stenquist. The pick, the roll, got it. Put it on the floor. Maddox picked you up and Mickey in for 2. And
good
Ethan
block
Carlson
there
with a nice rejection.
Good
And
box
good
out
rebound.
there from
Going
Corbin.
to draw a backcourt foul on number 10. That's good for Thunder Ridge. That's going to be Weston Walker's first foul. By my count, confirm on the scoreboard. Confirmed. That is his first foul. Team foul 4, Rigby. Minute 27 left. Team foul 5, Thunder Ridge. Rigby's already in the bonus. The penalty situation, as we call it now.
Next foul on Rigby's going to put Thunder Ridge in the bonus too. So
Good.
Thunder Ridge with a 1-point lead here. Minute 20 left in the game. It's going to be out of bounds off Rigby. Thunder Ridge will retain possession. Corbin Leishman trying to drive to the hole there. A couple of Rigby players kicked that ball and then ended up going out of bounds.
Now, you and I, in fact, we took a whole admin team up to play Rigby the first time, the boys' game. It was fun to have all 5 of us up there watching the game. But I remember talking to you how it felt like we were just pressuring Rigby the entire game.
Yeah.
And I felt like they were playing more or less on their heels. That has not been the case tonight.
Correct. Good rebound there from McKay on that weak side.
And again, for the Corbin Leach with a nice work down to the rack. Almost rebound from Maddox. Garrett Stenquist has fate defending the transition quick O. Fouls him as the shot goes up and in. 15 Miles McDonald with his shot, and it's going to be Garrett Stenquist, number 0, his first foul, team foul 6, although we don't chart those anymore.
We don't.
Yeah, we're going to get a whistle and a horn for a sub. We'll do a little bit of a questionable set of events there.
I think a few of our players kind of thought that was going to be 2 shots.
Yeah. I feel like there's a hockey sub on one side and
Yeah.
waiting for the official on the other. And Garrett Stenquist going to try to bring the ball up over the timeline. I got to tell you, as you watch Garrett here, I miss this about basketball. Just turning 45 degrees, getting your elbow out, creating some space, making sure you got opportunity to dribble. McKay scores, they drive into the rack. Going to draw a foul on number 10, Weston Walker, his second.
Be his second.
So fouls becoming to be a bit in play for both sides of the game.
That's right. You're Coach Jones for Rigby. You don't want to see Weston pick up his second. And it's going to put McKay at the line.
Makes his first.
Makes his first. Makes it 33-32 4 in favor of Rigby. McKay will get a chance to tie the game here.
Based on the first 2 quarters, I think Coach said a low number for first team 2 is going to win. 57 seems like a pretty low number at this point.
Yeah.
And does. Tie it up at 33 with 20 seconds left. 33-33. Ball game tied. Shot clock shut off.
Wyatt Fox into the game for Rigby there.
Little backcourt, just nuisance there from McKay. Scores, just trying to just make him think. Force him into the defense at the other end of the floor.
Love to have a good end of the half here for Thunder Ridge.
Going to a 1-3-1 defense there. I do like to see that zone defense. Going to draw. A floor foul on Corbin Leishman. No, it's not.
They're
charged out to Ethan Carlson, number 24. Sure is. Well, didn't see that, but don't see it all.
Referee was closer than we were.
Just a whole heap of fouls today, boss. And 10, Weston Walker scores his now 18th point. We haven't even talked about our guest that's going to be coming on at halftime in the third quarter.
We have not.
Our guest today is our head boys and girls wrestling coach, Jody Webb, who's got a lot to talk about with the success of his team recently. stopping the game for a substitution, number 4, Stuart Fielding checking in with 10.7 seconds left.
Deegan Branson back into the game as well. So
full
Thunder
court
Ridge,
press.
10 seconds left here.
Deegan Branson with a 3-ball up and
Oh,
good.
that's a good shot from Deegan at the buzzer.
What a shot.
Nice
Oh.
shot from Deegan there. Fade away to his left.
How about that, Highland?
In the game.
It's good for an extra to their 5-minute fundraiser after Odyssey dances.
So halftime here at Thunder Ridge. Thunder Ridge with a 1-point lead, 36-35. And good fast-paced game. And I don't think either team anticipated the other team scoring this many points in the first half. We're on pace for 70 for both teams here. So guest speaker here tonight, or our guest on the radio is going to be head coach Jody Webb.
Now hang on, before we bring Coach on, he's listening, but he can't talk yet. I'm at the controls here. You do realize once you bring this guy on,
you better watch out.
Well, Coach Webb's a talker. Coach, you are now officially on. How you sound?
I think I sound pretty good, don't I?
I would not have expected anything less out of you. How you be, Coach?
I haven't seen very many takedowns in this game yet, but I see a lot of fouls called.
Well, you might be at the wrong sport here tonight, Coach.
I do
Did
believe.
you come out of wrestling practice or what?
Yeah.
Doesn't the wrestling community call basketball just as a sport a bunch of pumpkin pushers?
Something like that. We don't talk about basketball very much.
Well, it's great to have you on, Coach. We wanted to, again, when we invite our guests on, there is a rhyme and reason to it. We are trying to showcase our programs and our and give our kids opportunities to be showcased online at some point. And as we're going to watch on camera, the Odyssey dance team, it was their senior night, and they're going to be performing here at halftime. But, Coach, so far, the season's gone pretty well for you. And you got not only do you have a lot of kids out, but your teams, primarily, especially your girls, are just taking teams behind the woods. Give us a little synopsis of the season so far, and let's talk about your kids.
Well, we've got a lot of kids out on both the boys team and the girls team. And boys they've got a winning dual record right now, and they're doing well. But in tournaments, we're not stacking up quite as well as we want to, but they're kind of taking back seat to the girls right now. Our girls are absolutely killing it. We've got one of the largest girls teams in the state, and we're winning just about every tournament we go to by 50 or 70 points and putting a real target on our back.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's talk about one of the bigger tournaments that you guys want, that people don't realize in terms of the wrestling community. Oh, it is loud. You don't realize in the wrestling community that the biggest culminating event is obviously the state championship, but there's a couple of tournaments within the course of the season that really replicate that environment, the big venue, the big atmosphere, multiple mats, large competition fields. That one's Raleigh Lane.
Raleigh Lane is probably the biggest tournament in the Northwest. They have about 80 teams from six different states competing there. And we did not take our boys there. We took them to Utah this year instead, but we took our girls there, and we won that tournament by about 30 or 40 points, which, I think we scored just under 200 points. So
wow.
Winning it by 30 or 40 is pretty good for our girls. And usually it's a pretty good indicator of how you will do at state. When you place high at the Raleigh Lane tournament, you know you're doing pretty well. And Tiger Grizz, held last week, is another tournament like that in the state. We've got Utah, Wyoming, and Idaho schools there. And our girls ran away with that tournament as well. So
had a few champions in there,
yeah,
a few first placers.
14 weight classes, we had 5 in the finals and ended up with 4 champions and 1 runner-up.
That's awesome.
So our girls represented very well this last weekend.
Coach, talk real quick about a few of your wrestlers, boys and girls, that may have standing out to you this year, and who some of our viewers and our community can start paying attention to and put a name and a face to?
Well, on our boys team, we've got a senior, Seth Mann, wrestling heavyweight for us, and last year he qualified for the state tournament, and we thought he had a pretty good chance to place, and ended up tearing his MCL in practice the week before the state tournament, so he was unable to compete, and he spent most of the summer and fall rehabbing and getting back in, played the last couple of football games, and is back working his tail off in the wrestling room, and he's placing at nearly every tournament we go to. He placed 4th at the Tiger Grizz, and just having an outstanding season.
It's fun to see Seth back on action.
Yeah, he's a fun heavyweight to watch wrestle. He's pretty active, and he's a go-getter.
Just a good kid, too.
We've talked about your boys quite a bit. Let's talk about your girls. You mentioned they've had some legitimate and serious success so far this year. Who's standing out on paper? Who's walking away from the paper battles? And really, you have a couple girls that are just legitimate state title contenders.
Yeah, our 98-pounder, Taylor Brown, is ranked #1 in the state right now, and has split with 2 or 3 girls in that weight class, so she's lost and beat them at different tournaments, and so she's got a legitimate chance to win a state title. Our 120-pounder, Gracie Price, has only lost a couple of matches. She's lost to one girl from Buell a couple of times, and other than that, she's kind of walking away with awards at tournaments and dominating most of her matches. Her sister, Ava Price, was in the finals at Tiger Grizz and got dropped on her head and has a couple of disc compression fractures in her back, and so
kind of an unfortunate injury there for Ava, who was having a great season.
Very scary, and she was ranked 2 or 3 in the state before that happened, and we're optimistic that she might be able to get back by the district tournament, but I'm not holding my breath.
You don't take neck injuries or back injuries lightly at all. You got to be careful on those ones.
Her dad said he's going to slap her in the back of the head to see if she reacts, and if she reacts negatively, he's not letting her wrestle. So I support him 100%.
Well, I can see Chris saying that.
That's funny.
And then we've got a 2-time state champ wrestling her senior year. She was runner-up as a freshman and won it the last 2 years at 190 pounds, Shauna Anderson. And she's
great wrestler.
Yeah, ranked #1 in the state. Spent a lot of time in the off season, and she's ranked #1 right now. And
correct me if I'm wrong, did I hear she was ranked in the top 10 in flow wrestling nationally?
She's in the top 20 somewhere, depending on what ranking you look at, I guess. But she is ranked nationally and #1 in our state, and heavily favored to win her 3rd state title. So that would be pretty cool. It'd be our 2nd 3-time state champ here at Thunder Ridge.
That would be really awesome.
And wrestle for the championship. The 1 year she did not win it was wrestling in the championship.
It was, yeah. She lost in the finals, and so.
Well, state championship here is going to be over at the Ford Idaho Center in Nampa. Departure from its usual home site in ICCU Arena in Pocatello. Still hard to call it any of the whole arena for me, but I'm trying to do my best. You got ICCU as one of our core sponsors, so I got to get that right. Be sad. I was the first times I've been on staff here that I won't be able to catch state wrestling and generally work state wrestling, but I love that event. It's a lot of fun. I generally get stuck with a floor manager job and have to keep coaches away, and that's no fun.
Not a fun job for sure.
No fun. Got a couple schools and coaches don't care for me at this point, but or me or anybody like me.
And you had a couple of compliment you on doing your job well too.
Yeah, a couple say thanks for doing my job too. But tough game, pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. For those of you who have not had a chance to watch one of these big wrestling tournaments, it's a spectacle. I mean, it's a real sight to see.
It's just huge. That you don't realize how big and how many people come to these things until you're there, and it's awesome to watch that many wrestlers at one time.
There's probably a reason people don't come, because it's hard to walk around in those things because there's just no room.
Well,
so many people there.
Our count last year at ICC Arena was a little over 15,000 spectators, and every seat was full. We had people walking around and milling around in the public areas, and it was a fun environment. So I expect nothing less of the same this year. And as you look around, the gymnasium here, again, we've talked a couple times about banners. We had Coach Bundy on here and Jake Bundy up there. Now you are a big part of that process as well. But 2 of the 3 banners we got hanging in our gym, right now, have a big thing to do with Coach Webb here. So talk about we certainly want to put another one of those up there this year. I think we have a good chance to do it with our girls. What's going to take to get past it? Who are you looking at in terms of your competition throughout the state, and who's on the radar for you on the girls' side?
Well, there's CUNA has a few really good girls. Eagle has some good girls. Buell. What most people don't understand is that girls wrestling is every single school competes against each other in wrestling.
There's no classifications in girls wrestling.
There are no divisions, and so you get some of these girls from these small schools that are tougher than nails, and we won state in 2024 with 5 or 6 state placers, and there are a lot of these teams that have 5 or 6 girls that are very capable of placing at state, and so we feel like we could get over a dozen girls qualified for the state tournament, and if that's the case, we hope to get 6 or 7 placers as well, and so we'll just have to place higher than those smaller schools.
So wrestling is an interesting sport. I mean, we're talking about basketball and watching a basketball game here, which team sport, team score, but in wrestling, it's both individual and team, and that's some things that people don't often understand. That you mentioned the dual record, which is when you're just wrestling against another school specifically, but when you're talking about individual qualifiers, and then it becomes a numbers game. If you can get 12 girls to qualify in the state tournament, it means 12 girls are wrestling, and might be 12 girls scoring points, and gives you a chance to score a lot of team points, both team and individual points. That's how that works.
Yeah, so just to give you an idea for the listeners out there that have never been around wrestling, you can take 2 wrestlers per weight class to a state tournament. So technically there's 15 weight classes, so you could qualify 30 people if every kid on your team qualified for the state tournament. And that rarely happens. It has happened a couple of times the last couple of years with Meridian and Post Falls, and their boys teams are just phenomenal. But you know, for us to get 10 or 12 individuals qualifying for a state tournament is pretty darn good for us.
Well, some action in there. Looks like Coach Train. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, didn't want that. Yeah, we didn't want that. That was wrestling fun.
Little lackadaisical with the ball there, I think.
Had a nice offensive rebound to set that up, but then got pickpocketed him.
Yep.
Number 10, Weston Walker, scoring his 21st points of the game with a runaway dunk.
First points of the half.
Correct. That's what I meant.
He loaded the first half of points.
That's what I meant. McKay scored the
up
contested
good
shot. You can tell the halftime conversation had to have been fairly tense in the locker room because getting the ball into the paint has happened on both of our offensive possessions so far.
Yep, agreed.
Working back around, shot up by number 21, Seth Bradley. Rims out a few times and goes in. Score is 40 for Rigby, 38 for Thunder Ridge. 6:50 left in the third quarter. Coach, you asked me to actually get on here tonight. You did tell us, guys, I'd love to be here and I'm happy to do it, but kind of got to go short time a little bit because you guys got a big trip coming up. Where are you going?
We are headed to Lander, Wyoming to a big tournament over there, leaving at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. So,
yeah, one of these things people don't often understand about some wrestling. It's one of the few sports. We joke about this, you and I, often. I just want to share this on the broadcast that wrestling is the only sport left where sleeping in a gymnasium or being housed by other parents is still the norm.
Yeah, we're going to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, drive 5 hours to Lander, Wyoming, and then we're going to camp out on the gym floor and sleep on wrestling mats.
That's why they call wrestlers tough.
If I were a basketball coach, we'd be staying at the Hilton, if they have one of those in Lander.
Which I can assure you they do not.
they probably got more antelope in Lander than they got hotel rooms.
But that's what makes it kind of fun and just kind of blue collar.
And those are fun trips for your kids. You know, you get those long road trips and times that they just don't forget sleeping on the mat. Remember those times for the rest of your life. And
yeah,
get a look back at that.
That's the one thing that every wrestler comments on at the end of the season as their favorite memories are those long bus trips.
Now, Coach, you did not know this is coming. We don't often prep our guests for what we're going to talk about. We are effectively winging this. The only guest we've ever prepped for questions has been Dan Andresen, and that was a productive thing to do. Cam Bateman dribbling, pushing into number 10. Weston Walker going to draw his third foul.
Going to be his third foul. It's going to be a little big for Rigby there.
That's great.
Good move from Canada there to try to draw that foul.
Just pushing that in. Coach, I'm going to give you an opportunity to get a plug in for your program. We as far as sorry, I'm getting a chance to listen to some banter between coaches and officials, and that was entertaining. Sorry, Coach, it caught me dead in my sentence. That was fun to listen to.
Just don't ask me any basketball questions.
Neither one of them wanted to face and talk each other, so they're just kind of talking in the same direction. That was interesting to watch.
But talking to each other.
But they were talking to each other. I keep forgetting my floor mic. I could have mic'd that up and listened.
Yeah.
Coach, I'll give you some credit. You are far and away our biggest driver of fundraising in the school. Your program has a large amount of financial needs because your travel needs in your tournaments. So you travel anywhere from Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls area to Lander, Wyoming, to Reno, to Boise several times. You guys are all over the western United States. I know you got a big fundraiser going on right now. Go ahead and pitch it. You got a whopping 57 unique viewers right now, and you got a chance to.
Is it okay to say guns on the air?
It's okay to say guns.
Okay, I got a goose hunter over here. I figured it was. Yeah, we have a big fundraiser culminating on Saturday this coming week. We're raffling off 20 guns, 5 Traeger grills, and 4 quarters of beef. So we've spent about $20,000 on prizes, and kids have been selling raffle tickets like crazy. They're $25 each or 5 for $100. And all you need to do is call Coach Hobson or Coach Webb, myself, and we'd hook you up with some raffle tickets.
For sale clear through, I believe, tomorrow. We closing it out Saturday.
We're closing it out next week on Saturday. That's when we're doing the drawing at noon.
A long 3-ball shot from Deegan Brands goes long, but an offensive rebound from Cam Bateman gets it over to Kenyon Wright, who drops the 13-footer. Going to bring the deficit back to 144, Rigby 43, Thunder Ridge 4:35 less in the third quarter. Things are starting to tighten up a little bit. You're starting to feel a little more pressure coming on. Good look 3-ball from that was Kenyon Martin, his 6th point of the game. Both coming off 3 balls. Coach, tell us about some other things you got going on. And you know, the season is a little funny for wrestling because you guys start the same time as boys basketball, but you finish a week after girls basketball. Kind of a weird deal there. And you guys share the weekend with cheer dance. So we'll be hosting cheer dance here at the Mountain America Center. You'll be over in the Ford Center. Tell us something about your long season, how you keep your guys healthy, and what those guys have to do to stay academically right.
Is there a process to stay academically right?
I don't know, but you do it.
Well, our kids work hard. We try and give them Mondays off in the last part of the season, so they've got a little extra time to work on schoolwork. And we hold them accountable to keep their grades up. If they don't keep their grades up, then they don't get to travel with us. And so that's a huge incentive for them.
Well, Kenyon Wright here, sorry to change subject. Kenyon Wright drawing his 3rd foul. He didn't love it. He's going to get checked out. Garrett Stenquist is going to check back in. We got to keep Kenyon Wright. Kenyon Wright cannot draw his 4th foul this early in the second half.
That's
We're going to need him late in the game. So Coach wisely pulling him out, give him a rest. So it's just too bad because Kenyon was just starting to come on there and kind of take control back of the game.
I'm not sure why we're talking so much basketball here. I thought this was a wrestling interview.
At a basketball game.
Oh, okay.
We got 60 viewers now. Let's keep it about basketball here.
Wow.
We better talk a little basketball then.
McKay scores. Up
there
and
we
good.
go.
Good shot from McKay there. Turn and shoot from the free throw line. Nice shot there from McKay. 47-45. Rigby with the lead.
So
about 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Coach, talk us about how you recruit your kids. Here's the thing, what people may or may not know. What's an average size high school wrestling team look like these days?
Girls is about 10 or 12, and boys is probably 30 to 40.
I just submitted our numbers to the state today, what we have currently that haven't tapped themselves out. We started the year with over 120 in our program. We are down to just a little over 90 at this point. One of the bigger squads in the state. That speaks a lot to you. How do you do it?
Well, if you ask kids, I hound them like crazy. I talk to every kid in the hallway and tell them they look like a wrestler and they need to come out and see if they really are one.
Give them a chance.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, I'll speak again selfishly, get another plug for family plug here. Coach Webb just busted my 7th grade son's backside over wrestling. He plays football and he thinks he's a basketball player. Got him into wrestling and loved it, and cannot wait to wrestle again. I think a lot of it is just getting them in the gym.
Yeah, just having them, like you say, dip their toe in the water and see if they can figure it out and have any fun at it. And we try and keep things fun, and that's why we claim to be able to keep kids out. We go to the hot springs, we do fun things on trips, and make it an enjoyable experience for them. That's our goal.
Speaking of trips, Coach, you do a big trip in the summer with not just Thunder Ridge wrestlers, but a lot of other wrestlers. Talk about what you call your beach bump trip.
Yeah, we started this about 15 years ago, and we go over to the Tri-Cities, Washington area, and kids can get about 20 or 30 live matches in while we're there in 3 days. Then we go over to the Oregon coast and spend a few days on the beach and go crabbing, and then we bring a guy out and we do a 3-day team camp before heading home. So it's about an 11-day trip, and we take kids from all over the state, some from Utah. We've had a lot of kids, and last year we took, I think, 75 kids, and
boys
we just
and
have
girls,
a blast.
right?
Yeah, boys and girls.
And might be some of these kids' only time to get to go to the Oregon coast and do some crabbing and some of those things that happen on the West Coast.
It's amazing. There's a dozen or more kids every year that have never seen the ocean before, and it's quite the experience for them. So it's a lot more than just wrestling. We like to get them out and experience life a little bit and have some fun with this sport. It's hard enough as it is, so we try and have some fun with it.
It is a hard sport. I mean, I think that's one of the biggest, easiest things to us underestimate about wrestling. The one thing I love about it is, unlike other team sports, I'm using my quote finger so you can't see me on camera, but my team sports, you're one-on-one, mano-y-mano. It's you, your opponent, and a ref or two in a 30-foot circle. You can't leave or you stop. It's just a matter of it's you against the world.
It's hard to blame it on a teammate when you get thrown on your back and held there for a minute.
That's one of my favorite things about wrestling is kids come in, I talk to them, I'll try a new sport, I give wrestling a shot. Well, they ask me often, well, why? The thing I love about wrestling is it's the most accountable sport out there, I think.
I think it does a world of good for kids that wrestle and just learn how to be competitive and not be fearful of the guy lined up across from them on the football field or on the basketball court or whatever it is.
The way a ball bounces in a baseball field or a softball field or a tennis court, a team this or an official that.
Yeah,
it's you against your opponent.
Just you.
A lot of rules, though, as I've learned.
There's a couple. But it's fun to watch kids grow and gain confidence. Even our 3-time state champion, Shauna Anderson, started wrestling as a freshman. Never wrestled a day before in her life. So you can do it just by trying it.
The boss, I've been telling you, we've been having some physicality in this game. Deegan Branson just drew his 3rd foul. He also needs to check out and reserve his fouls. Garrett Sting was checking back in. Just for a display of physicality here, Garrett's got some nose plugs in his nose.
Yeah.
He butted his nose up a little earlier.
Must have taken one to the smeller there earlier in the game.
Need to get him out on the wrestling team, it looks like.
Weston Walker backing Cam Bateman down, pulling his 27th point of the game.
Wow.
27 points. Well, Coach, you begged us to shorten your time, and you survived the whole thing. The halftime, 3rd quarter, we got 54 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 53-50 Rigby leads.
Well, it's been a pleasure being on here. It's fun to watch our boys play. They're a good team, and they're having a great year.
How many kids do you have in your classes?
In my classes, I don't have any basketball players this trimester, but I've had a few, and they're all pretty good kids most of the time. Love having them.
Great shot there from Cam Bateman there off a rough and tumble possession there. Back and forth, gone on the floor a few times.
Offensive rebounds there. Ball goes every which way there. Thunder Ridge gets the ball back and makes that shot.
Let's take a time out.
Like
we got some blood.
Garrett's bleeding again from his nose, so going to have our trainer take a look at that. One thing to keep in mind here for Thunder Ridge is both starting guards are out of the game with 3 fouls. So I got to imagine they're going to come back in to start the fourth quarter. But 53-52 Rigby, 20 seconds left here in the third quarter.
I know you bit your tongue on the blood time out there. That's the one time you stop wrestling that blood.
Yeah. That's what
Good
I like
defense
about
there
basketball.
from Camden Bateman.
But you don't get a trainer to come do it for you. Coaches oftentimes have to go grab
That's right. We clean
some.
it up, stuff the nose plug up there, and there's 5 trainers sitting over in the corner with gloves on, but we end up cleaning it up.
Held ball possession here with Rigby with 1.1 seconds. Probably a lucky break there for the Thunder Ridge Titans. Going to get a 1.1 possession, second possession.
Probably weren't going to get a shot off there, but you do switch the possession.
We'll get it in the fourth quarter now.
Yep.
And up in.
Oh my gosh.
That was surprising.
Kenyon Martin there's got a arm and almost goes in from three-quarter court. So as we called it, Deegan and Kenyon getting ready to check back in. Maddox Mekulin checking back in. And for Rigby, Kason Erickson and Miles McDonald checking back in for Rigby. So, Coach, any final words before we sign you off and let you get some rest, Fort Lander?
All I want to say is it looks like our listenership went up as we were talking about wrestling at a basketball game.
It did actually climb. He's not wrong.
Well,
and still climbing.
If there's one thing we know, it's Coach Webb.
Coach Webb draws the crowd. You bet he does.
Thanks for having me on tonight, and let us give some shout-outs to our wrestlers and what they're doing this year. I wish our basketball team good luck in this game and for the rest of the season. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Thanks, Coach.
And
I, talking with Travis, we're going to try to do some of these casts with wrestling. I don't know if we'll get to any this year with just our schedule and time. But
I do. We want to cover districts.
We're gonna try to do as much of this as we can with
We're
wrestling.
hosting Boys District. I think we're planning on covering that.
Okay.
All right. I want you to have a basketball coach on here during a wrestling broadcast and see what they know.
Well, they probably won't be much. We'll give it a shot.
All right.
Coach,
thanks,
go ahead
guys.
and travel safe.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
Drive safe. All right, we're back, boss. Right back where it was. Thanks. We're back on the line. Sorry about the side chat there with Coach. It's sometimes hard to get off the air easily, but score right now, 53 Rigby, 52 Thunder Ridge. We're back in live play here at 7:50 left in the final quarter of the game. As Case scores, driving, backing down. Out of Kenyon right, 3-ball up, going to be short. Offensive rebound, McKay scores, takes the lead again.
So, we talked about it earlier in the game, before the start of the game really is, Rigby's 0-4 in conference, but that doesn't mean anything right now.
TJ said that on the air. He said, he dropped the name on the record. He said, hey, they're 0-4, but you cannot count that out. Rigby's are tough. They're fighters, and every time Rigby and Thunder see each other in just about any sport, it's always a hot game.
Cam Bateman
with a great score there.
Great shot from Camden there. Good drive, aggressive play.
And on foul called on number 21, Seth Bradley. His second team foul one in the fourth quarter. 56-53, shooting one, Cam Bateman is. It's good. Timeout. Coach Jones calling a timeout. He would like to have a word with the officials, but assistant coach is jumping in, grabbing the horns. 57-53, 30-second timeout. Let's take a quick break here, boss, and jump in and thank another one of our sponsors. All right, boss, we're back on. I want to just shout out to Mountain View Hospital and the Idaho Falls Community Hospitals, who provide all of our training needs. Todd Johnson, our awesome medical trainer, over there still treating Garrett Stanquist there for his blood drop.
Todd spends a lot of time here at Thunder Ridge, and we appreciate the work that he puts in. He's just done a lot of things for the student athletes over the several years, and not just about medical health, but you talk about the work that he puts in to just improve our fields and our playing surfaces, just all those types of things Todd really cares about.
You know, the kids love Todd. He takes such good care of them. You know, these kids, I got to be honest, I wish I had the medical facilities, the medical training that these guys have when I was in high school, because I didn't see this until college.
Yeah. And one thing, too, with Todd at Mountain View Hospital is Todd is allowed to teach a couple of classes here on campus, what we call reverse concurrent enrollment. Todd teaches a sports med and a health professions class that is done through College of Eastern Idaho, and then those credits are transcribed to their college and then turned back to us to transcribe onto their high school transcript as well. So just a lot of things that Mountain View Hospital is working with us on and providing and doing different things. So appreciate all their work.
Oh.
Could have been a 3-second violation there.
Well, Deegan Branson went to go defend that charge, but I think got the shot off before the contact. So bucket there from 21. Seth Bradley brings the deficit back down to 2 for Rigby, 57-55. 6.5 left in the final quarter. We've been a fourth quarter team, boss, over the course of the season, and Cam Bateman with a shot there, offensive rebound attempt. Going to
stay with Thunder Ridge.
McKay scores, but his attempt on the offensive rebound actually contested enough. He got pulled out of his hands, underneath his hands, out of bounds. Thunder Ridge ball, new shot clock.
Into the game for Rigby, Kenyon Martin. So McKay being aggressive on the rebounds. I like watching that.
So that's actually the 2, 4, 6, 9th offensive rebound of the game.
Camden Bateman with
that's big.
That's going to be 4 fouls.
4 fouls for Weston
Walker. So
4 fouls.
If you're Coach Jones, knowing what your score is right now, what do you do with Weston?
Well, he's sitting at 27 points in the game right now. Cam Bateman with 20. This could be his 21st, and it's not. Still in his 21st point. So we're seeing the dueling banjos of the bigs today.
Yep.
You got Weston Walker, who just got subbed out, just to give him a breather and not draw that final foul to get him out of the game. They're going to need him in this final stretch of this final 6 minutes, 19 seconds. And Cam Bateman drops his second and does pull his 21st point of the game. The bigs leading the game on both sides of the ball.
Yep. And you kind of anticipated that. You both leading scorers for both of their teams are showing their repertoire of abilities tonight.
I got to tell you, Seth Bradley, 21. He's a stout feller. I see him get up on the point guard oftentimes, though. He's very fleet of foot for a big guy.
He's not letting many people into the paint.
Nice shot block from McKay. Scoresby. 4 seconds left in the shot clock. 3, 2, 1. Nope. Oh no! Foul call.
Oh boy.
Foul call. Maddox Michigan had him held, he says.
I thought I saw Maddox's arm straight out there, so
as Maddox foul.
Maybe they saw the body. I don't know there, but kind of a bailout for Rigby, I think there. So Maddox is going to come out of the game. Corbin Leishman in the game with a little bit of a smaller lineup now. Weston Walker back in the game.
That was a quick break
with 4 fouls. So if I'm Coach Train, I'm going at him right now.
Coach Train there, coaching Maddox up on the way out. Just remind him, you got to be straight up in those situations. I overheard him say, we're a mere second away from a shot clock violation. We can't be dropping our hands.
Yep.
He's got a point there, mind you. I think that's clock awareness, something that coaches can see pretty easily, but players make a habit of not looking up unless on the offensive end. Defenders rarely look at the shot clock.
Yeah. And you know, as good as Maddox is, just some of that
great offensive rebound,
inexperience, just not being able to be on a team till 9th grade, and it takes its toll there.
Gonna get a goaltending out of Camden Bateman. Slapped the backboard, and remember Dan Andreessen had him on the Titan Cast a couple weeks ago. Was able to talk to us about that new goaltending variation. Slapping the backboard, no longer allowed.
So that's going to count. Going to bring it to 58-57.
Deegan Branson, the long 3 ball, no good, just long. But it's going to be Tyler's ball on a new shot clock here. Number 15, Miles McDonald, struggled with pulling the rebound down. Had position, but just couldn't pull it down. We have a issue. A new shot clock. There it is. New shot clock. They did not want the 1 second off the shot clock. Camden Bateman being held up there, trying to get to that ball. Great drive from McKay Scoresby, just a little long.
You might could have said there that could have been Weston's 5th foul there. You had a lot of body there on McKay, and You kind of called that same foul there on Maddox to end shot clock there. So,
but however, Kenyon Wright gets down there and draws the contact, draws the foul. Going to be shooting 2. Foul's going to be on number 15, Miles McDonald. It's my math. This is his first. It is his first.
Yep. Going to put Kenyon at the line for 2 shots here. Just want to thank our viewers again for tuning in, and appreciate all you guys just tuning in and showing up. 73 total views. So
no, we're you have to add the 2 numbers. So we're
right.
sitting right now at 91 total viewers. We're climbing.
We're rocking, baby.
Hey, spread the word. YouTube.com at TR Titans Athletics. Send the word out.
Kenyon at the line for 1 more shot.
And as I say it, 2 more viewers.
Up and good for Kenyon. Thunder Ridge
takes the lead back
1 point lead.
60-59, 4:35 left on the clock in the fourth
quarter. Didn't we say 57?
Said 57.
So we'll see where that turns us. I think Thunder Ridge was the first team
to 57.
We were
first to 57. So we'll see if Coach's prediction holds true. It's really our game. We just put our game on him is all.
That's right.
Looks like some active defense from Thunder Ridge trying to keep Weston Walker out of the paint. He's still working to get there. He has got nifty feet.
He does. He's got good footwork.
And an offensive rebound, too.
There.
The back of Cam Bateman. Going to step out of bounds, though.
That looks like Weston stepped out of bounds there on that back spin.
That by my count is Rigby's 11th offensive rebound of the game. They're second to the fourth quarter alone.
Good position by the referee there, I would say.
I got to tell you, the one thing I love most, I've talked about this on the previous Titan casts, but I love sitting down here just to hear the banter between coaches and officials, and it's something. Cam Bateman, strong take against Weston Walker. Drives that one in for 2. 3-point lead, 62-59, 3 3/4 minutes left.
Coming down to crunch time here.
It really is. I'm going to lie about it. I'm puckering up a little bit.
I am too.
Great defense from Kenyon Wright. I think he tipped that ball on the low ball, kind of a low release there.
Yeah,
Kenyon got his hand on it low, not up top, on the bottom, about his hip level.
And good job for Kenyon to see the ball and hit the ball, not the arm.
We've talked often on previous broadcasts about Kenyon Wright just being what coaches now call a dog on the floor.
Yeah. There
nice
we go.
take right there, Kenyon Wright, speaking of the devil. And timeout.
Thunder Ridge's biggest lead of the game right now at 5
points. Which Rigby's biggest lead was 8 at one point in the first quarter. Closed that up, tied it up at halftime. Now coming in with a 5-point lead of 3 minutes, 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Coach, will you check my pulse here with 3 minutes left? I can feel it going up here. And I hope my wife's not listening to that, because she'll text me and say, get off the mic, get out of the gym if your heart rate's going up.
You and I both know she's listening. She got
Actually, she is down. She's in the gym.
She's here.
She's down there with her grandpa. So 94-year-old Clyde Smith down there making it into the gym. So appreciate him showing up and supporting our local high school basketball team.
Nice crowd tonight, too.
Yeah, good crowd.
Pretty excited about this. Wish you could camera and pan around, but
got both upper gyms.
I'm going to call this about 60-70% full-ish.
Yeah, for sure.
I like it. And again, when we have these interconference local games, I mean, Rigby and Thunder Ridge, a whopping 12 miles apart.
Yeah.
I mean, it's we're actually closer to Rigby as the miles go than we are to Skyline across town.
That's correct. Yep.
Sometimes people don't realize that, but this is becoming we share a boundary with them.
You know, back in the day, 30 years ago, the District 93 District 251 rivalry was huge. That really was the rivalry outside of Idaho Falls and Skyline.
A little bit before my time. Air ball. Corbin Leishman on the scoop and potential score. Scoop and foul. And no foul call up and inside the rim.
I'm really surprised that Corbin did not get a foul.
Corbin knew it. He's smiling, laughing it off. He's just running away. Get back on defense. Smart move. 2:45 left. Still 5-point lead. No points exchanged. No blood.
Corbin trying to draw that foul there. I thought he got fouled, but referees didn't see it that way, and here we are.
Again, going back to Dan's podcast, bringing him on, he said, remember, not all contact is fouls.
That's right. So, Coach, thinking about where we're at between Thunder Ridge and Rigby, what does this game remind you of from last year?
Playoff elimination game in district tournament. The game that took Thunder Ridge to their first state tournament.
Good defense there from Kenyon Wright to get that steal, and then the ball goes off of Rigby player there. So
We
going to
were
be
too-
Thunder Ridge's basketball.
You and I were too busy in pregame, dealing with pregame show, and I was dealing with an issue. But the new hype video we play in pregame has always had this broadcast of audio of this broadcast in the opening 30 seconds of, boss, you did. You went a little on the nutsy side.
I did. I was
get why.
excited for our kids.
And then you left me on the air. The guy literally screamed at me, then threw his headset down and hopped the table and went to go celebrate it.
And, that was my first year as principal, and the first year that our basketball team goes to state tournament, I couldn't help but get off the air and go celebrate with the boys and the coaches.
Well, good thing you had the commensurate professional here to help cover.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. You held your own very
well. I
well.
was stammering for a word, though. Kenyon Wright looking for good
That's
draw.
going to be 5 fouls on Weston
He's gone.
Walker.
10's gone. He gone. And Coach is unhappy. What is going to happen here? Wow, this is going to be, he's going to call timeout. He is going to, okay. Let's remember. There we go.
So, going to call it. Rigby's going to have a timeout here. Coach Jones is saying his piece with the official here.
Yeah, I tried to time it up to turn the sound on, but they had their backs turned to us.
Yeah.
So Weston Walker is going to foul out with 1:49 left in the game. 5-point lead, 64-59, Thunder Ridge. Full timeout, Rigby. This dynamically changes the game.
For sure.
Thunder Ridge's favor.
Absolutely. but that some of these players that are still on the floor for Rigby are going to turn up their game as well. And you just can't, even though he's out of the game, you can't get comfortable.
No.
Yeah.
It's a great point, boss. Their best player who's going to sit down for the remainder of the game with 29 points. 29 of their 59 points come from number 10, Weston Walker. And Coach knew he's going to be the force they got to worry about. All of those things were all on the agenda and has not let us down one bit. Having that dynamic player out of the game, even for a short time of the final 2 minutes in the game, advantaged on the Ridge, but absolutely no time to sit back on your heels.
That's right. You get down to the last 2 minutes of a game, and regardless of who's in the game, in a close game, anything can happen. So looks like it's going to be Kenyon at the line. Nope, it's going to be Thunder Ridge basketball out of bounds, so that was not on the shot.
I will say, as I was talking, I was trying to watch into the huddle, a Thunder Ridge huddle there for a second, and I was trying to see the body language of our coaches. You know what I saw? Calm.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see at this point in the game out of your coaches.
Coach Train was calmly delivering a play. The coaches were talking guys up. Cannon Bateman on a dribble drive, going to draw, misses, but draws a foul.
Camden at the line for 2 shots.
Wyatt Fox going to draw his, what I believe, second foul.
It'll be 5 team fouls on Rigby, so any foul from here on out from Rigby will put Thunder Ridge at the line.
Well, we're having a coach and official conference literally 2 feet from our microphones.
Yeah. So
out of due respect, I'll tune
whatever
us
is
down.
said, we are not responsible.
Well, we're going to tune her down a little bit just to make sure. There was nothing bad said, I should say.
Bateman good for both shots. That puts Thunder Ridge ahead by 7 here. Got 1:45 left in the ball game.
A little pace is picking up from the Rigby side of the ball, moving the ball up around top, trying to get the ball across the floor as fast as possible now. High ball screen coming from number 12. Dribble penetration from
Deegan Branson with a man-sized rebound
elevated on that rebound.
That's what I call a man-sized rebound there, baby.
Again, leading rebounder on the team.
Yes.
That 6'2" guard.
Kenyon
Wright
Wright
long
for
3
3.
ball.
In and out. That would have put a 10-point lead.
They look good. Timeout, Rigby.
Keeps it at 7-point lead.
We're going to get he wants a 30 if they have it. 30 it is.
So just to recap here where we're at, we'll slow down. I'm sure we've got a little excitement out of our voices
Sneak
too.
your eyes over there. I'll keep your eyes over here. Let's observe the benches here.
Yeah. So 66-59 Thunder Ridge. I believe we have 1:14 left on the clock. It's going to be Rigby basketball on the Thunder Ridge side of the floor, so they'll have to bring it up and do that. So.
Well, here's what I'm seeing from a Thunder Ridge huddle here is that Coach Train is talking, but deferring a lot to Coach Colson, allowing them to that quiet. I've been in a lot of coaches' huddles with Coach Colson, and he's got a knack of saying the right thing at the right time.
I would agree. Coach Jones here looks as though he's probably going to draw up a play. He's got his whiteboard out. He's He's given lots of instruction. Kids are really paying attention there. So focuses are picking up right here.
Well, ask and you shall receive. We asked for 100 viewers, and we now have, my friend, 104 viewers.
Appreciate all you guys joining in, and you know, we don't do this to try to get ads or, you know, anything like that. We just do it because we like it and we love the kids and we want to show them off a little bit and show off all our programs.
Full court press
from Thunder Ridge.
Love this. Cam Bateman defending the high ball. High ball screen for 21 and draw a foul. Oh, foul off ball there. Foul on Kenyon. Going to be his 4th foul, off ball foul.
That would have been a steal for Thunder Ridge there too. They got a hand on that pass and could have had a transition bucket there. So
Kenyon frustrated with the foul call, but TJ, Coach Train is just telling him to get right back into it. Tip ball there. Branson tipped the ball. Tight defense from Kenyon Wright.
Kenyon's got to be careful here. I know there's only a minute left in the game, but he's still got to be careful. Good
tip
block
ball,
from
Cam Bateman.
Cam Bateman. Deegan goes and gets that rebound.
50 seconds left,
nice
drawn.
There.
Getting into the foul game now. Number 1, Kenyon Martin going to foul McKay Scoresby right at midcourt. Going to be a bonus, a penalty situation, shooting 2 here with 48.5 seconds left. You want to sit here and tell you that the game's about to go on ice. It's not.
It's not.
No way. I don't buy it. McKay Scoresby up and no good on the first.
McKay has been a really good free throw shooter this year. If you're Coach Train, you want to see McKay at the line.
Well, McKay Scoresby,
that didn't go in, but McKay has been a really good free throw shooter this year.
There's not a player on this floor right now that I can tell Coach Train is like, you want the ball in your hand to be fouled. Next second. It's his 17th point. I keep telling you how he is just subtly sneaky, is effective. Oh, that's a fell away from the ball. Going to draw a foul on 22 Camden Bateman. Going to be his 4th foul,
That's going to be Camden's third. Yep. One thing you would like to see there from Thunder Ridge is just a little more hustle back on defense there. Number 12, Wyatt Fox is going on line, but Fox just took it to the hole, and we didn't have any help for Camden there.
So Coach Train just telling Chandler that if they do make the second shot, they're going to call a timeout and regroup. Probably a good move here.
Fox has made that first shot. Checking back in is number 4, Stuart Fielding, and I believe 35, Kason Erickson.
And that's Wyatt Fox's, I believe, first point of the game.
So both shots good there from Wyatt. It's going to be a 6-point lead here with 42.4 seconds left. 67-61 in favor of Thunder Ridge. So still a 2-possession game. Things are not over yet. If you're Thunder Ridge, you've got to try. I think you've got to try to work the clock here a little bit. I do believe that Rigby's probably going to try to foul you to extend the game a little bit, but you know, got to make free throws.
Got to make a free throw. So I'm going to step away from the active conversation to respond to a couple of pressing emergencies.
And as we know, Travis is the athletic director of the Thunder Ridge High School, and there isn't a game that goes by on Thunder Ridge campus where something doesn't arise that Travis has to deal with. So appreciate him doing all that as well as being on the air tonight. He's a man of many talents. So Rigby going to come back out here with full court press. Thunder Ridge is going to have to take care of the basketball and look for a good shot.
What happens is these kind of crunch times, travel called on McKay Scoresby. He's confused, but
it was a travel.
I mean, I saw it. McKay didn't love it, but the whole Rigby bench erupted, and yeah.
So once again, Thunder Ridge is going to have to take care of the basketball. And they've got to get a stop here.
46, a 3-ball shot from Kenyon Martin, up and no good. Long. McKay scores with a great rebound. Going to draw a foul. Boy, that was a light-hearted foul, but Rigby wanted it.
That's great for McKay to recover from that travel call and then to go get that rebound on
really,
the miss. McKay was just super aggressive to the ball there.
Geez, from our angle, we're sitting at the floor here, and all these boys, they're tremendously athletic on both sides of the floor, but I mean, we're talking, let's be snobs here. Our boys are extremely talented and gifted, and they can really elevate.
Yes.
McKay, I mean, looked like he would have hit his head on the rim right there.
So McKay at the line for 2 shots. First one's up and good. 68-61 Thunder Ridge. 36 seconds left on the clock. So it's going to be a slow 2:36 left of the game.
That's McKay's 18th
McKay
point of the
does
game.
not miss, or excuse me, does not make that second one. So 68-61.
Not a bad thing on the miss, to be honest with you, because the clock can't stop without Rigby burning the timeout they don't want to burn. Great rebound.
Oh,
jeez.
elevation, my gosh.
Good grief. I don't know if the camera does justice on those,
No,
though.
it does not. And you and I, most of the time we watch games, we're out there in the corner paying attention to our student section, so you don't really see the full gamut of what athleticism we have. But, you talk about McKay hitting his head on the free throw line, or excuse me, the rim, and Deegan could have done the same thing there.
Man, Deegan had a duck. Deegan shooting 2. Misses the rim's the first one out. Uncommon miss from Deegan. Nothing to it. It happens.
Yep, it happens. Part of basketball.
I guess
this
is
is the
second
second.
one.
So 68-61, 20 seconds left. You don't want to foul here if you're Thunder.
Again, I'm gonna tell you that the miss is kind of unfortunate and uncharacteristic and all those things, but probably not a bad thing, because I do believe Coach Jones was trying to get a timeout call, which would have benefited him to set up play in the backcourt.
Yep.
He does draw the foul, call timeout here, which you got to expect some extremely hard backcourt pressure, probably a quick trap trying to steal and right into a foul.
Yes. So looks as though Thunder Ridge has 2 timeouts left. Rigby has 1 timeout left. Team fouls. Thunder Ridge is at 4 and Rigby is at 5. So Thunder Ridge is in the bonus. Next foul on Thunder Ridge will put Rigby in the bonus. If I'm Coach Train, I'm telling my kids right now, you can't foul. You can't put them at the free throw line to score with the clock stopped. He's going over those things. Talk about boxing out, playing hard defense, and taking care of the basketball here. So 68-63, Thunder Ridge. 20 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be Thunder Ridge basketball. Appreciate our assistant principals.
Our admin team bailing us out.
Boy.
Again, sending text messages. This is the way we communicate. Just so seeing the behind the scenes, when we see things from the floor, great vantage points for you and I.
Yeah.
Sometimes it comes down to a text to our guys saying, hey guys, can you do X, Y, Z? And had a couple kids loitering there in the baseline. That's just not allowed. Trap into a foul, sure enough.
So I was wrong. There wasn't 20 seconds left on the clock. There was 15. So takes it to 14 seconds. Going to put McKay back at the line and getting ready to check in for Rigby.
Just a quick rundown of some
Seth
individual
Bradley
scores.
And Kenyon Martin.
I didn't see these boys. I was looking over. Quick rundown of some scores. Camden Bateman leading the Thunder Titans with 25 points. McKay Scoresby with 18 right now, looking for his 19th.
If we win this game, what do you think Coach is working on tomorrow?
I believe these
Free
boys
throws.
are going to shoot free throws till their arms fall off.
They're gonna shoot pressure free throws.
It's funny. McKay
McKay
does
up
get
and
his
good with that
19th
6-point lead.
13 seconds left.
Thunder Ridge is going to win this game. You just don't want to foul here.
Timeout Rigby. 7 seconds left. 4-point differential, 69-55.
I know I said Thunder Ridge was going to win this game, but
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that. I don't like saying that.
I tried to ignore you. You shouldn't have brought it back up. I was going to let it go.
7 seconds left. 4-point lead for Thunder Ridge. 69-65. That is Rigby's last timeout. They do not have any more.
Well, Rigby have committing 5 fouls, which puts them in the penalty. 10 seconds left in this 30-second timeout. Tight ball game. I wanted to go catch a breather and wet my whistle and go to an ad, but
that ain't gonna happen.
No way. So again, timeout in the backcourt. It's going to be Thunder Ridge ball here. Just fresh off a score for number 14, Jacob Love.
You want to get it in cleanly here if you're Thunder Ridge.
Yeah, the inbound.
Rigby's going to foul you. So
they're not defending Deegan on the inbound. They're all just looking for a 3-on-2 look and give the ball to McKay and a quick foul before he. They never fouled him before he inbounded it.
I think he blew the whistle before the clock even started.
I think he did.
So
there still has to have time run off.
Yeah.
So I think about 3/4 of a second came off the clock. 6.5 seconds left. McKay Scoresby at the line shooting 2. I don't know his free throw stats tonight, but I'm going to say he's about 60%.
Yep. McKay
Gets
up and
the
good shot first whistle. Good shot there from McKay.
Pops the 70 ceiling there. 70-65, 5-point lead, 6.5 seconds. McKay scores by shooting a second of 2 free throws. Gets them both.
6-point lead here.
I will say that could have
Don't
iced
foul
the
if
game.
you're Thunder Ridge. Don't foul here.
Has to launch the 3 ball, up and no good.
That's going to be the game.
Can't
That's
get
your
right.
final. So 71-65 final score. Favor Thunder Ridge. Going to take Thunder Ridge to 4-1 in conference play. Going to take Rigby to 0-5 in conference play. And just once again, good fight from Rigby tonight. The game was never in hand, really at any point till about 30 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, you know, Rigby is probably the best
0-5
conference team I've seen in a long time. They're talented, they're tough. You can't count these guys out.
Right. I anticipate them. They're not going to go 0-8 in conference.
No, let's keep in mind. Remember how.
And if they do, they're going to win a game in the district tournament.
Well, let's keep in mind though. Remember how the bracket looks. I'll just describe the bracket quickly because we have no way of showing you the footage. But in the first round with 5 teams, the number 2 seed has a first round bye. Our tournament goes Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday. That being said, so if we are the number 1 seed, so right now where we lost to Highland, we're sitting at number 2, but we do own the tiebreaker over Highland. So were we to beat Highland in the next time around and win our remaining games against Canyon Ridge and Madison, if things go to scratch, so to speak,
yep,
we still get the number 1 seed and we'll play the 5 seed, which right now seems to be Rigby on paper. And that would be the first round of playoffs. 2 has a bye, 3 hosts 4.
Yep.
Number 2 seed hosts the winner of the 3-4 game. And 1 has a bye into the championship game.
That's right.
So the one seed does have a distinct competitive advantage. 2 also has a nice advantage if they get a first round bye, but byes aren't always awesome.
That's right. It just kind of depends on how you're playing at that point in the season. You know, you could be playing really well, and that bye works really good for you because your momentum keeps going. But if you're not playing well and you have to play that Tuesday game and you win, that gives you a little bit more boost going into Thursday. And district tournament, you just never know what's going to happen.
I would say
everybody's seen everybody twice at that point.
Especially in this district right now with teams so evenly matched. I mean, I think it just showcased that one of the top 2 teams in the conference just got taken right down the wire by the number 5 team in the conference. This conference is as wide open as it's been in quite a time.
Yep,
I don't feel like there's any one team that stands out just heads above the clouds right now.
Yeah. So we're going to get some stats here from our girls. You got Lola Curtis and Clarissa Earl over there, team managers, putting some points together. We'll get some stats from them. We'll go over those here as quick as we can. But just, again, Thunder Ridge wins the game 71-65. And just good, hard-fought game. I do like the way Thunder Ridge responded in the fourth quarter. I think really that's where your athleticism, your length, and I'll say this, Camden Bateman stepped up. He had a great game, but Camden Bateman did step up even more in the fourth quarter and took the game into his hands and showed that senior leadership.
Led all Titan scores with 25 on the night. Didn't quite catch Rigby's Weston Walker with 29 on the night, but that's a heck of a ball game from both teams' bigs.
Yeah.
I think it showcases some talent that I'm not sure is quite a bit known all the way around out the area right now.
Right. If you're the rest of the conference, you're paying attention to Weston Walker when you play Rigby.
I would. It's not just his size and length. He's got really slick feet.
Yeah.
He moves well.
I don't. Obviously, we don't follow like what's going on in their personal lives or whatever. But I got to think that Weston Walker's got some colleges looking at him, maybe putting some videos out there, and definitely college material for sure.
I think so. He's got the size, he's got the length, he's got the speed, he's got the moves, shoots the ball well. I know we'll have to see him again, and I can't imagine we'll be letting him get isolated like that a second time.
Yep, I agree. And then for Thunder Ridge, we mentioned a little bit earlier, we talked about Cam Bateman, but McKay Scoresby with a very quiet 17, but really a quiet dominant is what I'll call it. McKay was super aggressive on the boards, on the rebounds, made some clutch free throws there at the end, and just I liked him. McKay's aggressive this night. Had a couple 3-pointers in the first half. just a good all-around game for McKay there.
Again, I've labeled, and I've said this word, and I'll repeat it again probably every time we broadcast these boys' games, but McKay has a very unassuming basketball presence about him on the floor. He doesn't quite stand out like a Camden does, and sort of like a James Nelson is for his height, and Deegan draws your eyes, and I think that speaks to the volumes of this overall talent level amongst the team.
Yes.
And really what it comes down to is if you're relying on your 3s, 4s, and 5s to drop 20 points every night, and you can get that from one of the three of them every time, that's a pretty good problem to have.
Well, you said it. That's what makes Thunder Ridge good is you got 4, 5, 6 guys that you can rely on. I mean, you rely on the whole team, obviously, but guys that can take over a game and do their job. So
well, I think we're gonna be a hot minute on these stats, and I got to be honest with you, boss. I've got some things I need to attend to given this game. So I've been trying to hunker down a couple things, but I got to go deal with them. So I think we're gonna have to sound off on the earlier side tonight.
Okay, that's fine.
So for me, we like to kind of talk about a player of the game. For me, I think it's a no-brainer. I mean, 1, 2, 3.
Camden Bateman.
That kid. All right, that's pretty obvious for both of us. So pretty obvious answer for both of us, 25 points in the night. And it's not just, I mean, we talk about points. It's an easy thing to talk about because it's what's showcased on the scoreboard, but I thought Camden did an exceptional job on the defensive glass, on the rebounds. He had 2 blocked shots. He had a couple of tip balls that went for quick transition layups. It's an all-around awesome effort from Camden and, quite frankly, the team. But Camden gets the nod tonight for me for player of the game, and I thought it was an exceptional night for him.
Agreed. Couldn't say it any better.
And going into the final stretch of our season, we've got 6 games remaining, 5 right here at home, including senior night against Blackfoot, our final game. We got a pink night versus Highland, our big cancer awareness night. Kindy, our recipient this year, going to be excited to get to raise some funds
Absolutely.
for her. And our big road game is going to be at Pocatello, which has now become, in this tiebreaker scenario, potentially, a make or break deal.
A game that counts.
It's going to be our
Not
final
a
road
game, but it's a game that's going to count.
Non-con, and it will count. So for those that want to know about tiebreakers, I'll get those pretty quickly. The first thing is head-to-head, which in us in Thunder Ridge and Highlands case, assuming we win the second game up here, which we like to, let's operate on that assumption. That puts us as a 1-on-1, so we're theoretically split. Then it goes to common opponents in the conference, assuming we win out and they win out because they haven't lost in conference either.
Right.
Then it goes down to a variation of tiebreakers. The first one is common 6A opponents. The common 6A opponents we have between Highland and Thunder Ridge are all equal. We both lost to Post Falls in the tournament, and they lost to Pocatello, so not that counts. The second tiebreaker is 5A common opponents. Our only 5A common opponents are Pocatello, assuming we win, would split 1-1, and same thing with Highland. They split 1-1. Our only common opponent?
Preston,
which we beat in Preston in the championship of the Preston tournament.
big win down there.
Big win, which who knew how big that game would become now,
right?
Potentially.
And Highland they lost their game to Preston earlier this year.
They
so that's
did.
where the tiebreaker comes in, is really if Thunder Ridge wins out and cleans out district regular season play, it does come down to that Preston game. And
it does. Now, had we lost to Preston, go down to max preps, because right now we are ranked higher in max preps. But that's all things that could change. The things that we can't control. It's a computer model, but tiebreakers can get a little bit complicated. But it goes to show you, here's the theory we operate under as ADs when we create these guidelines, is every game's got to count.
Yes.
And that's important for us to make sure that we schedule in a certain way that not all games are competitive, but they all matter.
Right.
And so we want to play.
And you want your boys to play hard every game. Obviously, you're going to play some games that aren't as important as the others, but you don't ever want to lose the focus, because in high school, you lose your focus, you don't know what's going to happen next game.
That's correct. And I think this, again, to that point, I want to reiterate that point, a good, tough win against Rigby is great for confidence. We get a couple days off. We're going to come back next week and have a couple late games in the week. And we're kind of winding things down.
Yeah. So I'm looking at Rigby's scorebook here. Just going to go real quick as I can. Stenquist had 5. Kenyon Wright had 9. Corbin Leishman with 2. Deegan Branson with 7. McKay Scoresby with 21. Cam Bateman with 25. And looks like we had Maddox Mikulin with 2 points. And then we'll get, they're still working on Rigby's scores there. So high score for Rigby. Weston Walker with 29.
Big game from Weston Walker, and well deserved. He really showed out tonight, and it was, well, frustrating on our end. Impressive to watch. Good luck to the Rigby Trojans the rest of the way out. We've got a few games left themselves. District tournament play starts second week of February, and third full week of February, I suppose.
So I think as far as this Titan cast goes, we're going to be off the air for a couple of weeks. I think we come back with, I want to say, a girls game maybe during district tournament. We'll kind of look at that, but I don't think our next boys game is till when we play Blackfoot here at home. Am I right?
I do believe we have Highland Peak Night.
Oh, you're right, Highland Peak Night. So
that'll be an exciting game for a lot of reasons. Exciting game on the air, exciting game for conference standings, but a big fundraiser. If you're listening,
more important things than basketball sometimes.
That's beautifully said. If you are listening to this or still on air, there are still a few of you on air. Spread the word. Pink Night, come on out. Bring your friends. It's a big night. It's a cancer fundraiser awareness night. We are benefiting one of our own students here who is fighting her own cancer battle.
That shouldn't have to.
Shouldn't have to. Just too young for this stuff, and it's hard. We I'm not sure it's a surprise or not, but the Scoresbys are going to speak to us at halftime, having lost Tanner to cancer just not too long ago, and really going to be a big night for us, and a lot of chaos and commotion.
And we appreciate our friends from Highland to help accommodate that when they come down and be part of that with us and enjoy that experience with us. So Madison helped us out last year, and Highland's going to get that opportunity this year to do that. So
we really want to pack the gym, though. That's going to be an awesome environment. Couldn't be a more fun event. I got to imagine, given the circumstances, Highland will travel well. Really looking forward to that one.
Yep.
Going to be a good one. So as far as I'm concerned, boss, we've covered what we need to cover. Looking forward to see you guys soon. Probably the next time we see you will be Pink Night. And then for girls districts, we're going to try to cover every home girls districts game.
For sure. Well, appreciate your time, Travis, putting this together. Those of you that don't know, Travis really does a great job with the technology, the nuts and bolts behind all this, and I just get to tell him good job and join him on the cast. So appreciate all you do and all the work that you do for Thunder Ridge.
We appreciate it, and it's a lot of fun. It's more fun for us than probably is for everybody else, but it sure is fun. Glad to have you on here, boss. Good to have Jody Webb, head wrestling coach for us on. Great win. Again, I lost the score. 70, 50,
71,
50, 69?
65, I thought. I don't know.
Sounds good.
I thought it was a 6-point game.
71-65 sounds about right. Is that the score, Rock? 71-65? My son Rocky says that was the score. You remembered well.
Well, we know Rocky is never wrong.
Maybe tell me about it. Been fun, boss. I think it's time for we're out. Are you out the last words?
Yep. Good night, everybody. Appreciate all you guys do, and go Titans.